Hello, friends. Yeah, we're a little late. It's fine. Y'all had Reni for a little while, so that's good.
There you go.
Yeah, we're a little late. It's fine. Y'all had Reni for a little while, so that's good.
There you go.
Yeah, we're a little late. It's fine. Y'all had Reni for a little while, so that's good.
Sorry.
Listen, it's
coming from.
It's chaos over here this morning. It's fine.
I thought that was me because I definitely had it pulled up so that I would hear when y'all started and know to check the Instagram, but it was not because I muted it.
Well, I don't know what it was. Was it Reni?
I have no idea.
It was me.
Okay. It's fine. So I overslept. It was bound to happen at least one of the times. At least it happened when I have like friends to help instead of when I was doing this crap by myself. So we'll read these comments from noon. But hi, listen to Kingdom of Ash, wonderful. Christy is going to be continuing the hunting party. Chrissy is listening to Wreck the Halls. Wonderful. Steph, we're so happy that you could join. Errands are done. Restart Fury Song. What is this book?
It's the third Fireborn book.
Oh, okay. I was like, I've heard this book. I just don't know what it is.
You've seen it. It's the red book with the dragon on it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There was Margaret, was waiting for me to show up. There's Katie. Hello. Oh, I guess I should say, if anyone's new here, these are 24-hour sprints. They usually don't start this chaotic.
Usually work up to that.
Yeah, usually I'm not this awake, actually, at noon, but that's fine. We do these once a month, usually with friends, and we sprint for a whole 24 hours. I might not even need a nap today since I overslept. That's fine. I'll need a nap at some point. Reni, what are you doing? Reading?
I'm reading probably. Well, I need to finish editing and upload the video for yesterday that needs to go up today, and then I need to film the one for tomorrow. And then after that, I will probably be finishing May's Fly because I have 20% left.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you're not reading Icebreaker?
I don't know how I feel about that book because I don't know how to explain what I'm reading if we're being honest.
Which one, Icebreaker or Mayfly?
No, Mayfly.
Oh. I know Jan read it and she liked it, I think.
Well, I know, but it's like an extreme horror, kind of, but also has like Disney princesses in it, but also has an ice hockey romance. So I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
It sounds like a book with your identity crisis.
Really weird, sexy scenes, like weird. Like I don't know. I don't know.
So this book has an identity crisis.
There was a curling iron involved. That's all you need to know.
I don't think I need to know anything, to be honest. I don't even know what I know at this point. Like okay. Margaret, what are you?
Margaret's like, what?
I didn't even hear the full sentence there. I just heard iron involved, and by the tone of the sentence, I was like,
Oh, I said there's a curling iron involved.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought that was.
Yes. In a place you don't want it, okay? In a place you don't want it.
I'm editing my video for the Goodreads Choice Awards that was supposed to go up at noon today. And we're currently sitting at 1 hour and 39 minutes and 40 seconds. And that is not including the 40-minute outro that I recorded.
We'll see. Noon is just not in the cards for anyone today.
No. I did not. I did not plan this very well because number one, I have ADHD, which means that I cannot do anything until literally the very last minute. And so I did get out all of the books I was planning to read. Because there was one I was like, I'm not going to read because it's a St. Martin's Press book and I wasn't interested in it in the first place at this point. And then two, I'm like, I already know what my opinion of Chain of Thorns is going to be. I'm going to give it 5 stars. It's going to be one of my favorite books of the year, potentially. I'm going to think that it should have been 100 pages shorter. And that's where we are. So, but I forgot that like Medicare season, and so the Goodreads Choice Awards being announced, the winners and Medicare season were on the same day, which meant we had a lot of last minute phone calls and stuff that were happening Wednesday and Thursday. Poor planning on my part. I didn't think about that fact because we didn't have any. I kept going, oh, it's fine. We don't have anything planned for this week. I'll have plenty of time to read these books.
Yeah, I have not. I'm just behind. Also, I was not surprised that Happy Place won for romance. I was expecting that. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was not surprised either by who won the YA fiction or YA fantasy, because that was the one that I had a feeling was going to win. It just outpaced everything else in regards to reviews. Like the next highest reviewed book on that list was less than half of the number of reviews that book had. And I can't talk about it because it's a St. Martin's Press book.
And I've already read it. And listen, I really got my for like lack of a better term, I really got my ass chewed by people during Clue Readathon for picking that specific book as a damn
host favorite.
Except that I picked my host favorite like a whole month before it was ever a problem.
Yeah.
Or I would, because like if I felt like I had time to switch it, I would have like messaged Reni and been like, "Can I switch this book?" But by the time that everything blew up, we were already starting. So like,
yeah,
down. I'm not surprised that Happy Place won, but like I'm annoyed that Happy Place won because it was not good.
Yeah. I can't say that I'm surprised. Like I said, I can't say I'm surprised, but I think there were better books and books that I liked better on that list, but I still enjoyed that one.
Although, did anyone see just how many votes Fourth Wing got compared to any other category?
Bro, I don't want to talk about Fourth Wing.
I just said, I know, but it was just the number of people. I went, oh my god.
Here's the thing, we all knew that Fourth Wing would win the romantasy section. That doesn't mean that it doesn't like annoy me that it won the romantasy section.
It annoys me that
other books that were better in that section
in the first place. Now I understand to some extent why. Just because like I don't think any of the other fantasy books would have a fair shot against it.
No.
At this point. So I understand why there's a second romantasy section, but I just like I don't think it's distinct enough from romance to not, or from fantasy to be not be under the fantasy section. I just romantasy is not distinct enough of a genre in my opinion. It's a subgenre. I don't think you should have subgenres.
Yeah.
Have their own categories unless they are very like sci-fi as a subgenre of fantasy makes sense to have its own.
Yeah.
But
even memoirs
is just fantasy with a focus on romance.
Yeah.
With that being the A plot instead of the B plot. If you Neva, if you liked that book,
yeah.
A Study in Drowning by Ava Reed had very similar like setting vibes.
Yeah.
A little, it's also focusing around like myth and lore and magic. It does have I will say there's a trigger warning for an undercurrent of sexual assault and or not. It's hard. It's like a coerced sexual relationship between a student and a teacher.
I got you. Yeah.
That, I mean, it was very, you don't get details until towards the end of the book. So the main character was never R-worded, but they did do things that she has a trauma response to.
Yeah.
But like just being around this person, but that's very little of the book, in my opinion. And we never get anything in graphic detail, if that helps anyone kind of figure out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did. Well, not unfortunately, because like I do want to support the author themselves. You know what I mean? It's not the author's fault, whatever. But like I did pre-order the second book for that specific thing. So I'm gonna read it when it comes out. I just can't. Like I can't.
Talk about it. Yeah, they're not saying don't publish those books. We're just putting pressure on people to, or I'm asking people not to review them until St. Martin's Press complies with their own ethics statement. There is a petition. I don't know. Yeah, there is a petition going around. I don't know if anybody here knows Reads with Rachel.
I think so.
Yeah, but she is she's circulating a or one of the people circulating a petition to pressure St. Martin's Press.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they'll get their crap together so I can talk about
hopefully
this.
they will. And like, I would like to know, like, I know some of the authors that Wednesday Books and St. Martin's Press have, or at least Wednesday Books have, and I'm like, are these people maybe doing what they can to like I don't want to go after those authors and be like, hey, are you pressuring St. Martin's Press to do this so that your books can be like, I hate that.
I know that the author of that specific book has spoken about it.
Yeah.
And said something about it. I mean, she's still encouraging people to buy it because she's got to get paid.
Yeah.
But I do know that she has made statements saying that she doesn't agree with what was said, and that she understands why people aren't talking about it and stuff like that. But I mean, she doesn't really have a lot of choice but to continue to do press and stuff for it, or she's not going to get paid for it.
She's not going to get paid. She's not going to get. That puts the authors in a tough. And I wouldn't be mad about it. Like, the boycott is specifically for reviewers.
Yeah.
The same way the HarperCollins boycott was specifically for reviewers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Hello, Michaela. Listening to a catcher while working from home. Wonderful. Reading Beartown. I hope you love it and hopefully finish Ordinary Monsters. Hello. Good afternoon. Everyone. I overslept. It's fine. Because then we got a bunch of hellos after that. Again, wow, my comments are jumping. Hello, Emily. T is still here. Hello. Little chaos start off the 24-hour sprints. Listen, usually it's not me. I mean, it's usually not my first 4 hours that starts the chaos. So clearly, I don't. This is 24 hours, probably all downhill from here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All downhill. Building up suspense. Yes, I like to keep everyone on their toes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Hello. I think I'm gonna eat till she gets on. It's lunchtime. Yeah, that's fair. Go eat. I'm gonna order some food here in a minute. So, hello.
I'm gonna go some food here in a little bit too.
Hello, Julie. Didn't hear the first time. Yeah, it's fine. Are you reading one book over 24 hours or multiple? Who knows? I do need to finish whatever the hell this book is. The Fastest Way to Fall. I need to finish that, but I have it on audio as well as on my Kindle, so I'll finish that today. That's for a vlog. And then I probably will for this vlog because I don't really feel like reading anything except for romance, and I have 5 romance books to read that all start with very little spice and then go to very spicy. So it's Bree's fault. It's for her vlog. It's fine. It is. It's
Speaking of Brianna, that reminds me of something that I need to do.
Let me see here. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, hello, Jen. Sorry, my comments I don't know what they just did. Lucia said, "Husbands of Evelyn Hugo while working on diamond painting. I hope that you love this book. I also will be working on a diamond painting. I need to bring down Santa so I can release paper him because these large paintings, trying to put them on my little lap desk is messing up my release. I have decorative release papers and it's messing them up. So yeah, we're gonna cover those with regular white release paper and then just use the pretty release paper to cover up the sections that I'm working on because no. Janet had a super productive morning, so now relaxing a bit and gonna bunch of short things so they can go back to the library. Wonderful. Yes, reading short books is great. Usually the chaos starts around the leg of Bree sprints. This is true. So now I'm concerned as to where we're gonna be at midnight. Because this has started out very chaotic. Reading Ghost Eaters or playing Lego Fortnite on Switch.
Ooh.
Wonderful. I need to read Ghost Eaters. Has anyone else read this?
No. I've heard of it at least.
I need to read the Book Eaters book too, but I haven't read that one either. Yeah, exactly. Noon Pacific time. If we were doing noon Pacific time, I still have like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
We're early. We're
fine. I'm
we're
2
so
hours.
early if that's the case. I just figured we were making the jump. We just make it a year early or a month early.
It's fine. Express my frustrations with this year. It's absolutely the worst year. 8 books in the horror category had more votes than ratings. Yeah, I feel like this year people were just voting without really reading things.
I forgot to vote.
The Choice Awards. I haven't read the Stephen King book that won the horror category, but I haven't heard anything bad about it either. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I read what is that? How to Sell a Haunted House, I think, was the one that was in the horror category that I had actually read. And I mean, that book was good. But I know that Holly by Stephen King won, but I haven't read that. Has anybody else read it? That's like his newest release.
I have read one book by Stephen King in my life, and it is his book on writing.
And then there's me, who read nothing but Stephen King in high school.
I wasn't allowed to.
Oh yeah, when I ditched Neva on our It read along.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I gave that book 5 stars. I felt like I was in a fever dream the entire time. And it was crazy is I remember as a senior in high school reading it in about the same amount of time as I did when I was supposed to be reading it with Reni. It's my fault because she said to me, this book is putting me into a slump. I should have taken that as like, oh, Rainey's not going to finish this. No, I took it as, well, hurry up and finish this on your vacation to Iowa. So I listened to it for 8 hours straight in the car so I could finish it. And then by the time it was over, I was like, well, I feel like I've been on a trip and I've never even done acid before. So I had no idea what was happening. I felt like I had been on drugs the entire time.
I feel like if I'm going to read horror that's going to use Native American culture to make a point, I'd rather just read Stephen Graham Jones. So.
I forgot how weird Stephen King's brain was when he was like actively using.
Yeah, he actually goes into that quite a bit in his writing book, and that was what like that's I have to admit I would recommend that book to writers, like, and I love that because he talks about how the drugs and the alcohol. He says like the struggle he had with that and the way that it affected his writing and how some of his most popular books he has no memory of writing.
Yeah, and you can tell like if you've read his backlog. Like, if you start from, like, the beginning and read through his backlog up until, like, present day books, which I have done, you can tell where he started to get clean and sober. You can, like, it's distinct. Because, first of all, the books got shorter. Second of all, they got less rambly. And third of all, it didn't feel like he just took a whole bunch of hallucinations and threw them up on a page.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it got harder to write, but what he was writing was better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I totally get. Like, you also have that actually sounds similar to some of the things I've heard people talk about when they finally start getting medicated for like depression. There's a period, I have a friend that she said there was a period where I was not creative at all because my brain had to heal. But then once my brain had healed, I was able to be creative again. But it was very hard there for a while my brain was healing. So
yeah, and you can definitely tell where Mr. King was no longer on the drugs. Wow. 8 books in the horror category. Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. I'm just like rereading things.
Yes.
This is the link for the petition if you would like to go do that because Bree is a mod on my channel. Also, because I don't have Nicole here, so I guess I gotta plug my own shit. If you see the little emblem next to Bree's name, I think Katie has one also up further. There's memberships down below if you'd like to join the membership.
There you go.
I don't really know what to say. Nicole is usually the one that's like, go join Diva's membership because I don't know what the hell to say about myself.
I need to get on that
You get early access to videos, and
that's the thing that scares me about doing like a Patreon or memberships, because then suddenly my deadlines are earlier than they already are, which is when I get them done.
So basically, I've been very transparent with people, especially with the way my life is right now. That I can't guarantee you release dates, but what I will do is as I get stuff done, I just will release videos to the members at least 24 hours before they hit the main feed. So the exception was my little whip and sing, whatever the hell. I don't really know what to call them. But the videos where I'm diamond painting and you hear singing in the background, that's me singing. You're welcome. I just didn't want anyone to see my face. So, and I did those very last minute, and it was very much like, if I don't upload these, then I'm just not going to. Like, I'm pretty sure I sent a message to the Bessie's group chat and was like, uploading a video, but I might delete it. And then Kelsey was like, don't delete it. We have to watch it. It's basically, that was the comment.
You upload it, you send it to your few people, you set it unlisted, and then,
That's what I'm saying. It's fine. It's there. If you want to go watch them. I also put one of them on TikTok because I just wanted to see what would happen if I did that. But if I get negativity on TikTok, I'm deleting it. I do not give a crap. Is the winner based on just the number of reviews, regardless of the negative reviews it may have? Maybe I'm hoping for too much, but winning just based on the number of reviews, regardless of negative reviews, playing a part in it seems a little one-sided and kind of unfair.
So, Goodreads has an algorithm that they use, or something that they use to determine what books make it to the long list and the short list. Right. Number of reviews or number of shelved times the book has been shelved has something to do with that number. Now, I have someone who is doing this Goodreads project with me, that she said, if you go based on what they are saying their number should be, a lot of these categories should be a lot more diverse. And I don't know exactly which number she was talking about, like if you're looking at how that's supposed to interact with the other numbers. But so Goodreads is making some editorial choices in what books make it to the long list and the short list, and then, or to the long list. And then votes are what get it to you vote for the one that you want to win. And the ones with the 10 with the most votes make it to the short list. And then the one with the most votes overall makes it to be the winner.
But I don't think that I don't think that the short list, like the winners, I don't think are picked off of reviews. They're based off of votes, right?
Yeah, they're based off of votes. Yeah.
You wouldn't even have to necessarily have read and reviewed the book for it to win, because people can go in and just vote for stuff.
Yeah, you can go in and just vote. And a lot of the time what happens with Goodreads is it's primarily a popularity contest, because they're looking at the number of people that are talking about it for the most part, and they're not really paying attention to like craft and blah, 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 blah. So a lot of the time you'll have people go in there and vote for books that they haven't even read because they happen to recognize the author's name and they feel like they just need to vote. But yeah, there's some editorial direction on Goodreads. There has to be some editorial direction on Goodreads in choosing the long list, but the short list is the top 10 votes. They get the most votes.
Good afternoon. You're right. Hello, ML. Everyone's saying hello in the comments. Oh, thanks. Aww. That's so nice. Oh yeah, there's a merch link down below too. I don't know if anybody really wants merch, but it's there if you want it. I'm not good. This is why digital planners, selling them did not work for me, because I'm not really good at PR for myself. I'm not good at like, go buy my stuff.
Myself in a hot minute to make some money.
Like I'm not really that good at it. Hello Tina. Just got off FaceTime with your sister.
I think that's
Wonderful.
only because I sell so many music products on my music channel that like I had to get good at it because like
Yeah.
videos do convert. So I'm just like, I'm showing this product. Also come buy it. Okay, let's keep going.
That's funny.
People will be like, where did you get I do still occasionally get like, oh, where did you get that digital planner? That like sometimes when I like post like my memory planner and I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, I made it. Because the memory planner that I use, like I did make that, and then they'll be like, oh, do you sell it? And I'm like, do you want to buy it? Because if you want to buy it, I'll sell it to you. But like
Mhm.
but I don't like have an Etsy shop anymore. Plus Etsy takes so much
I
money.
know they
Like
really do.
I'm on Pacific time, so that is the only time that matters, ML said. So
Okay.
with that philosophy, I'm early. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Hello. I also listening to Wreck the Halls at 90% should have finished in the first sprint. Okay, is Wreck the Halls good? Or is it not good?
No one's liking it apparently.
Okay, great. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Because I almost bought the audiobook yesterday because I needed to go buy "'Tis the Season for Revenge." Like I needed to get the audiobook for that. So I bought a 3-pack of Audible credits, and then I had to decide what other books to buy, but I already bought some stuff, so it's fine.
That sounds like a Reputation Evermore mashup.
What, "'Tis the Season for Revenge"?
This is the season for revenge.
It's like Legally Blonde, but make it Christmas.
Interesting. That's funny.
Like that's the only way I know how to describe it. It's I don't know. I read it last year and I thought it was really great, to be honest. So now the book besties are all gonna read it this year. I'm just gonna reread it because now it's become a yearly staple. Like I have to read it.
Which one?
"'Tis the Season for Revenge."
Oh yes.
Hello Kiana. Reading Nacho Average Murder by Maddie Day. It is the 7th book in your favorite series, but not loving it. I'm sorry you're not loving it. I do hope it gets better since it's part of your favorite series. Nobody's read the book. It's the 3rd in the series. It had 48K ratings and 78K votes.
Oh yeah, it was like part of the Mercedes one or something, wasn't it? Or I can't remember.
What, Holly?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen people that have read it. I just haven't heard anything bad about it. Like I definitely am on the side of Instagram where people have read it. I just haven't heard anything bad about it. King's Book Insomnia was the weirdest book of his I have ever read. I mean, I've read some weird. I don't think I've read that one, but I mean, like Firestarter is not a normal book. Okay,
Yeah.
Christine is about a possessed car. For God's sake. Okay, that book made me afraid of cars. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, and I was like 16 when I read that book, but I was like convinced that cars were coming to life because why? You want?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, Princess Merida. Good morning. 5 a.m. and can't go back to sleep. So saying hi. Well, hi. Hello. Don't go back to sleep though. You probably need it. Okay. Do we want to do a sprint?
Would love to do a sprint.
All right, great. I would also love to do a sprint. Okay. Let me see here because what? Okay. I don't know what's happening in my life. I mean, ew, I don't like that one at all. So I guess we're just gonna go with this. Is this good for everybody? Okay, it's 45 minutes. Yeah. All right. Then we will see everyone in 45 minutes. Hello. How do we do, friends?
Good question. I'm at an hour and 27 minutes out of what is now an hour and 35-minute video. Oh, hour and 35-minute and 50, so an hour and 36-minute video. And I made food, which I have eaten at this point. Oh, there's broth left, though. I should drink that.
I got my video uploaded, so my bookshelf tour is on its way. It's uploading currently. And then beyond that, I didn't get much more done because then a bunch of drama hit the fan at my circus studio, and so I'm just reveling in the drama.
You know where I am. I love drama. That's why I have a
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, what drama? Give us the tea, girl.
Oh, we have drama every day. It's every day. Me and my friends were like, okay, here's the latest tea, and then we're like, but then today was like extra, and we were like, oh, so we're just everybody's crazy except my two friends and I. Maybe not, but that's how I view it.
You're probably not wrong.
Probably not wrong.
Well, I had to deal with something. Because while I'm okay with no contact, there's a 6-year-old to consider. So
that's hard.
Being an adult is great. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it's hard because you don't you want them to understand why it's a bad idea, but you also don't want to give them full details.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Yeah. And she spoke to him yesterday. So
and he spoke to her?
Well, yeah, because she asked me if she could call him, and then I texted him and said, Ari wants to call you. And then he said something about his class is over at 3:30. So then I called him. He didn't answer. I assumed that he was driving when I called, because I called at 3:45. Because he called her back and talked to her or whatever. But I don't know. I had to put some boundaries. I had to be like, bro, either you do it or you don't.
Yeah.
Shake me off the pot. I don't think he really liked that much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really care.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to deal with that. I did listen to a chapter of this book. This book is so great. Honestly, it's the cutest thing I've ever read in my life. So I really expect there to be if there is going to be spice in this, because we're still slow burning. You know what I'm saying? So if there's any spice in this book, I feel like it's going to be closed door spice, because we're still our main characters at this point haven't even met each other, because he's her fitness trainer through an app, and she signed up for this fitness app for an article that she's writing. So the only correspondence that they've had is through email and messaging. So it's the slowest of the slow burn, but I'm here for it. I also diamond painted. Because I'm determined to get myself down to only one work in progress. Okay, I currently have 2, and it's very overwhelming. I don't recommend it. I mean, some people have 14 works in progress. I would die, to be honest, because 3, I was which one do I work on? Who knows?
That's me with my Baldur's Gate games. I work on my main one until I get frustrated, and then I have 2 that I've created for my actual D&D characters.
Yeah, and that's the thing is I know. Okay, so the Harry Potter one that I finished, I had that one kitted up because I plan on just working on it on its own, because it was a square kit. Mm-hmm. The problem was that I didn't have enough diamonds for one of the background colors, so I ended up having to request Diamond Art Club does a warranty on their kits
that you'll have enough.
Yeah, if you don't have enough, you can just message them with your order number and all that stuff, and they'll send you like more. So I had to wait. So I had put that one on hold, I think, for like 2 weeks, and then I just never picked it back up because I had kitted up other things.
Yeah.
Well, then the two girl ones that I had were already kitted up. Like they had been sitting up in my closet since like September.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, well, I need to finish these. Well, then I kitted up the Santa one, which is like the same size as the girls, but it's squares. And Santa, listen, Santa is real finicky, okay? He I think it's gonna be like worth it once it's done, but I don't think it's getting done this year. I feel like I'm gonna work on this thing till Christmas, and then I'm gonna roll it up and not take it out till next year because I'm not working on a Christmas kit in January. I absolutely refuse.
Yeah.
I
But
have
I
a paint
think
by number that's been sitting rolled up since it's not even a Christmas thing. It's been sitting rolled up since like last August. I'm gonna get back to it eventually.
and I mean, when I do that, I'm gonna end up ordering. Well, I'm probably gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do because the Santa one takes up 2 storage containers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want, like, unless I order more storage containers, like I don't want 2 of my 4 storage containers just sitting with diamonds in them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to decide if I'm going to de-kit everything up into baggies, or if I'm gonna buy. I ordered Ari like a pot storage. They're like cylinder ones that have the screw tops. I ordered those for Ari for a case for Ari for Christmas, so that she has like her own kit, like her own storage for her diamond paintings. And I'm thinking of just ordering one of those because it's only, I think it's 57 colors, so I could order a 60 pot storage, and there should be enough.
Mm-hmm.
I
just got my first. Well, it's coming. My mom ordered me my first diamond painting in the mail.
Oh, nice!
I was so excited.
Exciting.
Clearly, I don't know how I managed to influence people to diamond paint, because that wasn't really my intention. I just said, "Oh yeah, now I'm diamond painting." And then people started tagging me in their stories and stuff, saying that I like influenced them. So I guess I'm an influencer now.
I know Diamond Art Club should just give you money.
I just feel like I don't even need the sneak peeks, dude. Just give me a code. You know what I'm saying? Just give me. I will buy. We're not going to talk about how much money I've spent at Diamond Art Club at this point to be in their top tier or whatever the hell. It's fine.
Wait, they have a top tier?
So you get, so like it's like like, you know how like on some websites you can get like points?
Yeah.
And you can spend those points, like you can get free stuff or whatever. So they have like a point system, right? So you start like at their basic like tier or whatever, you don't have to spend anything. Like when you sign up, you start there.
Yeah.
I think their highest tier is diamond or something. I don't know. You have to spend like $500 in a year.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, truly, if I'd known my life was going to explode, I wouldn't have spent that much, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
You can't go back and unspend money you thought was good to spend when things change. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's fine. I mean, I did only order one kit on Black Friday, and I only ordered it because it had been sitting there for like a while, and I was actually, it's a Hannah Lynn kit, and I was scared that they were going to archive it.
Yeah.
And I want to get, because I got the White Rabbit one. She has like an Alice in Wonderland line. She also has Wizard of Oz, which I would like to get the Wizard of Oz ones. I know one of those kits is discontinued. The Good Witch one is discontinued. But I want to get I think the only other Alice in Wonderland one that they have right now is Queen of Hearts, and I do want to get that one eventually. But ML does not have physical work today. But we'll be writing a final exam, grading, and cleaning house. While she cleans, she'll be listening to a Christmas candy killing.
Nice.
That sounds wonderful. Is this like a cozy mystery? A horror? I don't know. It could be anything.
Sorry, I just looked up the good witch thing. I'm getting
The
wicked
Hannah Lynn
vibes from
painting.
it. Yeah, the Hannah Lynn painting. I'm getting wicked vibes from it.
Yeah, so
there's a certain element, like obviously it's very much her stylistic stuff, but there's a certain element in like where the hat is placed and like the style of gown where I'm like,
yeah,
this couldn't be happier.
Yeah, if you go to like the Diamond Art Club website and you just type in Hannah Lynn, like all of the, in my opinion, her entire Wizard of Oz inspired fan art is very like Wicked vibes.
I'm
It's
on
not.
her website, so
It's not like, yeah, I guess you can look at her website too. It's not like what I think of as like traditional like Wizard of Oz.
yeah.
It's very much Wicked.
She's
Vibes.
also very much inspired. I'm getting a lot of vibes of like Sailor Moon and Winx Club in her color palette, if that makes sense.
So, and supposedly her kits have a lot of 310 in them, which is the DMC color for black, because she outlines everything in black.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that people have complained that there's a lot of 310. I personally don't mind there being a lot of 310 if it's mostly outlines that are the 310.
Yeah, it's not like it's an overwhelm. I'm looking at her art. Like if you're wanting her style, that outline is a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my thing with 310 as an outline is it makes it feel like a coloring book, because I will do my section where I do all of the 310 and then I color it in.
Oh, that's so much. That sounds like so much fun.
So it makes me feel like it's like I'm coloring in a coloring book after I do the 310 outline. Hello, Rally. Rally says to make sure to self-care and be kind.
Yes.
Very important.
She is much older than I would have expected with this art style, but
Hannah Lynn, yeah. That woman is a full-grown adult, bro.
Yeah, she's like, well, just because like the less about like, I'm not saying anything about how childish it is. I'm saying something about like when this art style was popular.
Yeah.
So I would guess that she's either oh, that's definitely Once Upon a Time vibes there. She's either like she made a switch to this art style, or this is a like she learned it.
Yeah.
Because this is it's a very 2000s-esque kind of digital art style.
It is, yeah. Well, and also if she did just switch to the art style, it could be because she is licensed for like diamond paintings and I think cross stitches as well. And her images translate very well into
the square
for diamond paintings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because there's not a lot of gradients. Like it's a lot of like sharp lines and colors and very bold strokes when it comes to what she is doing, and that's going to translate well to any sort of like grid art pattern, because it makes making that grid or following that grid real easy.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Hey, need to set up the Discord for my reason. I'm hosting next month so I can listen to an audiobook from NetGalley. Wonderful. Goodbye, Emily. Thank you for hanging out. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Jean. Working today, but I haven't playing on the TV. Thank you. All I want to do is read. I have a migraine and I want to rest and lay down. I hope your migraine feels better.
Oh, interesting. And it lets you choose between square and round.
Yeah, so I think this is a thing that Diamond Art Club has started doing, so as to, and I think it depends on the artist too. Like I'm sure they have to get some kind of permission from the artist to do it as well. But I think because they started doing this a couple months ago, where there were certain kits you could pick whether you did square or round. Now the differences in them is kind of subtle. Like if you click on them, it'll switch between
it'll show you both
renders. It's very subtle, but usually with the squares, your canvas is going to be slightly smaller, and your detail is going to be slightly sharper.
Yeah, it's a lot softer with the round.
Yeah, but I got the White Rabbit, or not White Rabbit. Yeah, White Rabbit. I got White Rabbit in rounds, and I think that it will be fine because they just kind of compensate for the rounds by making your canvas a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But I think that it opens up more artwork to people, because there are plenty of people that don't like squares or don't do squares, especially on big canvases.
Yeah.
Because I will say that the bigger your canvas is,
They look
the
like a little
harder
bit
it is to get squares to work for you.
Yeah. Yeah, they look like a little bit more work because you've got to put them all together, and then you've got to like make sure they're all in line and all of that stuff. I've seen people do that.
Yeah, and you can't with rounds, you can have drills that might have like a little bit of trash on them. Like you might have like a drill that has like a little bit of extra plastic on it or whatever, and you won't necessarily be able to tell with a round if you lay one or two that are like that. With a square, they won't click into place like they're supposed to.
Correctly. Yeah.
So you have to, and squares tend to be, at least in my experience, they tend to have more trash drills in them than rounds do. So you tend to get the ones that are stuck together, or that have extra like plastic pieces. I also find that with 310 in squares, they tend to have more holes in them. Because you will get drills that will like have like rounds, they can be like concave on the bottom, like where they won't sit flush against your canvas. And then you will also get it where you can see like micro holes like in the drills themselves. And I find that squares tend to be worse with that than rounds are.
Yeah.
Okay, so neighbor. Reading The Perfect Present by Karen Swan. Wonderful. Just read the hunting party. Had to make lunch, but read one chapter. Was so productive. Got to 83%. Hold on. Hello? Sorry, I think somebody's here. I'm not going out there to deal with it. Hello? Oh, hey, Emma. All right, got to 83% of Wreck the Halls, and this book is a time. I can't wait until it's over because this book is not great, apparently.
Good. I need to start that soon, but now I'm like really reconsidering my life.
I don't think I'm going to read it, to be honest.
Really?
If no one likes it, I don't want to read. I don't want to like hate read a book. And here's the thing: if like, oh, what's up? Oh, hold on. Sorry. You're good. They must be put to the side or something. Maybe by the couch. Because I know she moved them when Austin's friends were here. 42 pages read and suspicious of everyone in this damn book, and I don't even know who the body is yet. 150 pages in. I mean,
you're like, I don't know. Maybe the victim did it.
Right.
It could be anyone at this point.
Yes, Bree, this book is the cutest thing I've read in a while, to be honest. I didn't know. What's up? I mean, I've thought about it.
The problem is she had to do one side again because she missed it.
Oh God. Yeah, it is super cute. Here's the thing: I didn't know if I would vibe with it at first because the main character I don't know. She seemed a little too hot messy for me at first, but I mean it's working for me. You know, it's working out. Read 14% of June Farrow, really liking it. Wonderful. Jen read nothing because they decorated the Christmas tree. That's fair.
Nice.
Michaela ate lunch and listened to more of Swordcatcher. Tina had a snack and doing a little bit of editing. Jean ordered pizza. I have the Cat Book Lady painting by Hannah Lynn in my stash and we'll get to it one day. Yes, I do like that one. I like the way that it looks. I don't know if I would like doing it. If that makes sense. Like I don't know if that like I like the image, but I don't know that I would care to do the image. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I do like Hannah Lynn's art style though. Why I don't start diamond painting is all the diamonds spilling. So I mean, it's inevitable that you're probably gonna dump drills at some point, but it's not. I don't know. I'm a pretty like clumsy person, like in actual life. Like I run into things, I spill things a lot, and I don't really have a huge issue with it. I will say I had more of a problem with it using the Tic Tac boxes than I do using the storage system that I have now. Even like the round, like the cylinder pots are a lot easier for me to use than like the Tic Tac boxes. And when I upgraded my tray, that also helped. Because the tray that comes like standard with a diamond painting, it's very shallow. And like this tray is whoa, thank you. This tray is like 3D printed, so the sides are a little bit higher. So I can like shake the diamonds without feeling like I'm gonna just like But I mean I feel like it's part of diamond painting to spill drills occasionally. But I've never spilled like a lot of them at once. Good morning, Monica. Just woke up for the day, hoping to make headway in the House of Earth and Blood during these 24-hour sprints. First, coffee and breakfast.
Nice.
All right. Do we want to do another sprint?
Sure.
Also, Kiana did not read because she's working, which that's okay. Is 45 good again? I'm trying to think. So 45. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if we'll do another sprint here or not because mathing is not a thing that I can do right now. Okay, so we will see everybody in 45 minutes. It'd be great if I stopped turning my camera off before turning off my microphone.
And then
Hello.
first I ate my snack.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was walking to the office, and then Emma said, "What are you doing?" And then I said, "Going in the office so then I can talk to my mom." And then she smiled at me when I was walking.
That dress. I want that dress.
What, her dress?
I want that dress. Does it come in my size?
You gotta come down so they can see the top of your dress.
Oh, that is so cute.
It's her dress that she wore. I don't know if I posted a picture of her on Instagram. I don't think I did. But she had her winter concert last night, so that's the dress that she wore. But she not right now. You need to go lay down for about half an hour. If you want to watch Bluey, I will let you watch Bluey during nap time, but you have to go lay down. Yes, but you have to go lay down. Thank you. But Jean sent her clothes for Christmas. They're the only thing that I let her open early, but it came with a pair of leggings, the dress, a top, and like a skirt. So she can mix and match all the pieces because they're all like black and white pieces. So she can mix and match.
Okay, cool. Like a little mini capsule wardrobe almost.
Yeah. Well, do you? I mean, I can let you open them now, but what are you going to open on Christmas then?
We're not opening them right now.
You're not opening presents right now. No, ma'am.
You gotta save them for Christmas, otherwise you don't have any Christmas presents. They're only Christmas presents if you open them on Christmas or when you do Christmas.
The Christmas presents that I have upstairs in the closet are what's going under the tree. So if you open them now, you will not have anything under the tree. Go. Have a good rest. And when you get up, we'll get McDonald's.
Order it, and then you were gonna wake me up when it's time to get them.
Okay, sure, I'll do that then.
Okay. When I go upstairs,
I kind of want that dress too. Honestly, the longer I look at it. Yes.
Can we quickly order it, and then I'll go upstairs and lay down, and then you wake me up when the food gets here, and then I will get the food.
No, I will order it here a little bit, and then I will come get
all Lincoln does is bargain with me. 24.
Bye. Love you so much. It's nap time.
Bargain with me.
Go take a rest. Go potty. Listen, dude, I'm letting you watch TV while you take a rest, but if you keep trying me, then there's not gonna be any TV. Go.
That was like last night we got back from our winter concert and Lincoln's like, okay, Mom, here's the deal. We're gonna go home, we're gonna watch Transformers, we're gonna eat some food, and we're gonna.
Is that me? Or is
No,
it
it's Reni.
It's Reni. Okay.
Because I was like, oh shoot, I hope it's not me because my laptop was giving me issues yesterday. All right,
wait, what happened?
You froze. And then
Neva
was like, wait, what's going on? So I was like, wait, is Neva frozen too? Or is it just...
Yeah, Margaret was like, is it me? And I was like, no. But I sit so still that Margaret might have thought it was me because I'd be sitting like
I thought it was me.
I was chatting away.
Okay, so the last thing that we heard was you said that all Lincoln does is bargain with you, which Ari too, my God. And then you said last night you guys left the winter concert and then it froze.
Oh, that's so funny because I had said so much past that. Okay. Anyway, we left the concert and he was like, Mom, when we get home, here's the plan. We're gonna watch some Transformers. I'm gonna eat a snack. We're gonna get something else. And we're going to go to bed. And I said, no, we're going to go to bed when you get home. And he said, no, Mom, you forgot Transformers. And I'm like, no. Like, that was never part of the plan. And he's like, Mom, you didn't hear me. Let's try this again. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, I heard you. That's not what we're doing.
Ari does that too. She'll be like, this is what I think we should do, Mom. And I'm like, that's nice. That's what you think we should do. But that's not what we're going to do. So...
And then when I say no, he's like, you'll never get to see it again. I said, dude,
just watch it tomorrow, kid.
That's like Ari. I'll be like, listen, this is what you can have for dinner. Like, I usually give her two choices, and if she decides that she's not having either one, then I'm like, okay, well then clearly, like, you're not very hungry, bro. Because like, I'm not gonna sit here and like bargain with you about what you're eating for dinner. So like, this is what you get, and then she'll be like, you just never feed me. And I'm like, I definitely do feed you. I definitely do.
I am ever lucky enough to have kids, I can at least use I can't eat that. We got to do stuff that I can eat
right.
for a few years. Although if I have kids, they'll probably have as many allergies as I do.
Yeah, well, with Ari's like texture issues and stuff, like she's very picky about food. But I'm just like, listen, dude, this is what we have in the house. You can have one of these things.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to make, especially like on my work nights, because she always wants me to make like these elaborate things on work nights. And I'm like, I do not have time for this. Absolutely not. But how did we go? How did we do?
Well, the video I added in the last 2 clips, the outro, the wrap up, which was 40 minutes. We're currently at an hour and 34 minutes of what is now a 2 hour and 10 minute video.
Oh.
That's silence.
How did it? Didn't you have it cut down?
So I hadn't added the outro yet. So I just added.
Well,
I had it to an hour and 30 minutes, and then I added 40 more minutes to it.
Well, this will be a video that's added to my Listen While Diamond Painting playlist.
Yeah, you see why it says editing a feature-length film.
I was about to say, so we're watching a movie.
Yeah, well, so here's it's going to be at least I will probably be at least an hour and a half, I think, when I'm done. Because like I'm doing the rough edit now, and then I'm gonna go through and do the like edit, and maybe I can get it close to an hour because I was able to do that with the last one of these I did. And it'll help because I can cut out some of the repetition because I can decide, okay, it's better here, blah 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 blah. But yeah, it's really long, and I should have been editing this as I went. Shut up, Brianna. I also only have about 2 clips for each book. The problem is that each of the clips is at least 8 to 9 minutes long because I don't shut up.
That's a struggle that we all have, I think. I think we all just start talking, and then we just don't stop.
Well, I have so many things I want to say when I'm talking about a book, and then I'm doing like 8 books in this.
Right. Because actually, that's the issue that I have with the reading my friends' favorite books, is that I find that I'll be like, yeah, I'm just gonna vlog that. Like, I'm like, oh, I just need to do a vlog update, and then my vlog update is 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Because I want to gush about how cute something is, or how great something is, or whatever.
No, that's
like a tangent.
That's why I try and limit my actual like my vlogs where I am in charge of what I'm reading. I try to limit that to like 3 or 4 books. You know?
Yeah.
I used to make videos that were like 12 minutes long. I want to get back to that. How do I get back there? And I feel like those videos were better anyways.
To be honest, I was never there, so I have no advice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you should go back and watch. Like, if you go back and watch some of my old videos, like I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I was able to be much more concise pre-2020, and it was easier for me to talk about things. I feel like there was a decline in how well I am able to talk about things as you go through my channel, and I think a lot of that had to do with the ADHD finally like being like, hi, I'm here.
Right.
My brain broke in 2020, and it hasn't gotten back. So
my brain also broke in 2020, so you're not alone.
Yeah.
Rain, how did you do?
My video uploaded, so it's there. And then I read up to 85% of Mayfly, and this book has gone off the rails. This book is wild. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I feel like I can't give a rating till I finish this book, and even then I don't think I know what my rating.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to give a rating.
No, it needs a rating. It needs one. I just don't know what it is yet. That's the answer to that. If anyone else has read this book, which probably not, because I don't think anyone reads extreme horror in here, then I would want to know what your thoughts.
So I do read extreme horror, but it is on my TBR. It's just that unfortunately, the time of the year that I usually read the most extreme horror is October, and I was in a slump in October. So I didn't really read a ton of. I read one book in October, and that was A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then I started A Court of Mist and Fury. And am I still working on it? 2 months later, yes, I am.
Oh man.
It didn't fit anything for Clue, or I would have finished it.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's not true. It fit something for Clue, but when we got the prompt that it fit for, which was like the non-human character prompt. My team had lost, so we had like an extra challenge or whatever, and it didn't fit the extra challenge. Is how it ended up working out. So I did not read. I already got home from school. Obviously. So I already got home from school, so I had to tend to that and make sure she, did the things that she has to do after she gets home from school. And I dyed and painted. I would talk to Emma for a minute. I started the dishwasher. And yeah, that was basically my 45 minutes.
I just heard a knock on the door, and there's a book there.
Yay! We love a book.
And I don't know what it is, because it's from a Secret Santa.
Is it from the Hustle Sanely?
No, I already got that one. No, that was one I told you about. No, this was a different. Oh, that's exciting. Okay. No, it's from Haley Hughes' Patreon. She does a Secret Santa every year.
Yeah.
And my Secret Santa was like on top of it because she announced on the 6th who our partners were. And that same day, I got a message like secretly from like Elfster or whatever saying, I just bought your book. And I'm like, dang, I haven't even bought my Secret Santa their book yet. But anyway, she got me the 4th book in the Darkverse series by Runix.
Yay.
I'm excited. Okay.
No, I remember you saying about the BFF one where she got you some random ass. What did she get you? Poppy War or something?
Well, it was just like that was annoying because like we filled out a survey and it said say 3 of your favorite books so they get a vibe for what you like, but then also write 3 books that you actually want. And so I figured, oh, well, they're going to get me a book off of the 3 that I wanted because that's the smart thing to do. And instead they didn't. They went rogue. Now, lucky I didn't have the Poppy War. They also lucked out that I wanted the hardcover edition because I had Poppy War last year and I sold it because it was paperback and I didn't want paperback. But I was like, what if I'd already owned this book? What if you had gotten me the paperback? I'm like, you lucked out that like I didn't have this book. That was a gamble.
Yeah, that's why I opted out of it this year. Because I mean, technically, I could have done it. It was before my life imploded. Yeah. But I opted out this year because that happened to me last year, and it was I don't even remember. I don't even remember what the book is. I just know that I ended up unhauling it, and I never read it because I was like, this is not even a book that I want to read. So,
yeah,
that's fine. They try. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. Not much reading for a while. It's day. I hope that is so much fun. Christy is gonna take a nap. I'm sure she's already taking a nap, so I hope she has a great nap. Read a picture book, the second Magic Treehouse book, and listened to 37 minutes of Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Wonderful. Were you reading that, Reni, during Clue, or was that somebody else?
That was me, and I didn't.
You didn't finish it? You
no,
didn't
I
like
didn't.
it.
It was just a 3-star. It was not as hyped up as everybody made it to be.
Oh.
Yeah, it was just all right.
Well, sometimes we hype books that aren't.
I know.
Really worth the hype. It's okay. 8 more pages read. Wonderful. Sorry so late to the chat. My mom called me during the last chatty bit. Yes, my current read is a cozy. I went so crazy with Halloween themed cozies and enjoyed that. I figured I would do it again for Christmas. That's fair. Also, I'll tell her that you said hi. He's upstairs watching Bluey. Finished organizing my room, now eating lunch. Up next is starting to wrap presents for friends during chatty sessions. Wonderful. Bree made it 40%. Wonderful. Hello, peeps. Sorry I'm late. I'm at the library, so you have to be on mute. I'm reading Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult. This is on my TBR. I need to read this. What was I saying? Oh, so I hope that you love it. Wow, my brain like short circuited. Also, Margaret, yes. Yes. I'm sure, like, I feel like she's gonna want to be, like, when she gets into, like, high school or whatever, she's gonna want to be on debate team, and I'm gonna be like, you do you, truly.
She's going to
like,
either be on debate team or she's going to be in theater, in theater club.
It's gonna be, listen, I recorded her little performance or whatever. I'm not sending it to the whole internet. I was gonna put it for the members, but I think I'm not going to, because there was no way to record this and only have Ari in it. So like,
yeah,
children in it. But I am sending the link, like, to the besties. You know what I'm saying? Margaret, you're a bestie. So when you get this, just watch her, because they like line dance. Like, they like learned a line dance, and the music teacher said it took them like a month, because it's 2 first grade classrooms, and they learned how to line dance. So they were like do-si-doing and spinning their partner round and round and all that. I don't know. It was great, honestly. I did not converse with any parents because no, thank you.
Yeah. She's definitely an extrovert, so.
Right. Well, and she was like very nervous about her performance. Like, she was like, I'm just so scared, Mom. I'm gonna do terrible. And then, like, I was like, oh, Ari, you did great, right? We get home, and she was like, I did horrible. And I was like, no, you didn't.
Yep, she's already got it down. She's already got it.
I honestly wish I had recorded that part of it, because I would have put it at the end, to be honest. Because, like, this is only getting sent to, like, close friends and family, so it's not like it's getting put on the internet. But she, like, threw herself on the floor and was talking about, I did horrible. And I was like, you didn't do horrible, Ari. You did great. And she was like, no, I didn't, Mom. I did terrible. And I was like,
that's so funny.
And then this morning she was like, did I really do well at my concert? And I was like, Ari, I would not have told you that you did well if you did not do well, bro. Like, I'm not trying to give you, like, a complex. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, speech club, debate club, theater club. She'll have fun with all of those when she gets to be that age. And you, especially when she gets into high school, I don't know how things are where y'all are, but I know typically there's usually a good selection of public schools that have a good musical theater program.
Yeah.
So there's always
even where I'm from, I'm from a small town, and we even have good theater and music opportunities.
I regret us not having taken advantage of that when I was in middle school and high school, just because, like, I understand why my parents homeschooled me, but for what I had wanted to do at that time in my life, I was not able to do it because I just didn't have, like, people were coming in with like 4 years more experience than I was with plays that the teachers recognized. So
yeah, and I took advantage of it, but then was like discouraged by people in my actual life that were like, you know that there's people that are better than you, like that kind of crap. So then I was like, okay, well, I'll just not pursue anything.
There's always someone that's better than me. Shut up.
Right. Like, which, I mean, now, you know, I sing on YouTube, so that's fine. Yeah. Only for my eyes. Oh, Ari's upstairs, so she can't hear. Coming from only night from saying if you want to need it, that would not hurt our feelings. If you need to attribute it to the magical dude in the sky, we'll see. I know we're not doing stockings this year, which is usually what we do from Santa. No one has money to do it, so Mariah and I were talking about it yesterday. We're basically just buying the kids something
Mm-hmm.
and giving it to them. But we're not doing stockings this year, so I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
hard.
I may just tell her like this is from Santa, and then just like leave it at that and just call it.
I mean, just take one big gift and stuck it in a big old stocking. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Right. Trying to pop in between reindeer readathon sprints too. We appreciate it. Hello, Brittany. Took a shower, was listening to the book a little bit. Wonderful. Bree said even mine is only about 45 minutes, but I only have about 2 clips for each book. And clearly
Braggart.
she doesn't talk too much. So it's fine. We wish we could be you. I also
Brianna is able to be short and concise every time she gets on to talk to the camera.
I honestly, this is why I actually opted out of doing the Goodreads Choice Awards. I was going to do them this year just because I feel like it would have been like a good video for my channel. But then I was like, do I want to read these? No. And then I was like, do I want to edit this video when it's over? Also, no. So I opted out.
I'm already too in the thick of it. I gotta keep going.
Courtney says it's an unpopular opinion, but she actually loves vlogs that are as long as movies. Honestly, I do also because I will listen to them while I'm diamond painting or while I am at work.
Yeah.
So, hello, Sarah. So nice to see you. Also, you read Halloween. You also read. Oh, that's true. Oh, that was a terrible book. I mean, not terrible, but it wasn't great. It was the tentacles for me. I could not do the tentacles.
Nice.
Were you on, Margaret? You probably weren't on those sprints when we did Smuttober.
I've been so bad about being involved in stuff since August. I just kind of bye.
So essentially, Brittany and I came up with Smuttober, right? It was a very low key readathon. Like I think we had like 5 prompts that you could do, but basically the whole point of it was just to read smut throughout, whatever. Because Brittany's figured out that she likes smut with her horror. She's not like an extreme horror girly, but she can do like smutty horror, So our group read, which was me, Crystal, and Brittany, we did this, was Halloween Encounter, which is why she has like an octopus, because this man had tentacles. Hi, Aaron. This man had tentacles, and listen, okay, he could taste things with the tentacles. Like with the suckers on the tentacles, which we figured out in the beginning because he would like touch the computers and they would taste sour if something was wrong. But then that played into like the smutty part, and I was just like, no, I cannot. I can't. And I had to read it out. I read it out loud to Mariah while she did my hair. So that was an experience. Not as much of an experience as when we read whatever the hell that book was, the Were Turkey book. I also read that out loud to Emma and Mariah, and that was an 18-page experience, and I'm still haunted by it. So, yeah, I love that for me.
What I want to know is why anyone would find turkey sexy.
Oh, we did not find turkey sexy at all.
The least sexy bird.
Yeah, we did not.
This Were Turkey had the body of a man, but the head of a turkey. And he did not speak. He just gobbled and made turkey sound.
It was weird.
And somehow we were supposed to believe that our main female character thought that this was
very hot,
the best
sexy
thing ever. No.
You can't even kiss a turkey. They've got a beak. How is he supposed to go down on you? That's an emergency room visit waiting to happen.
Well, see, and I somehow missed the fact that because they start in like the bathroom, because she puts the turkey in the bathroom after she rescues it. She like, like you would a dog, like put it in the bathroom because she's supposed to have company over. But somehow I missed the fact that they had moved from the bathroom to the dining room, and so somehow she ends up on top of the platter of potatoes, and I was very confused because I was like, where did the potatoes come from?
Yeah.
It was an experience, bro. It was an experience that we had so you don't have to, basically. On sprints. And the thing is I kept my camera on while I was reading this book, and they were all like conversing. Like Brittany, Kelsey, and Reni were all conversing in the private chat, and we're like, wow, Neva's really holding it together. I was not holding it together. I was laughing, I was making comments, I was like rolling my eyes, I was disturbed. Like I was not holding it together at all. Jen got her groceries and 83% of Evelyn Hugo. Are you liking this book?
I hope so.
I hope that you are, because I did enjoy it. I know it's controversial, but I personally did enjoy it. Everyone's saying hello. I didn't read anything in the sprint, but I was productive, made a coffee, got the dog her food, and now settling in to do some bullet journal spreads and listen to my book. Wonderful. Just got the Discord server for my readathon started. Now onto reading. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay. We always just got toiletries and a little bit of chocolate in our stocking. Yeah. So we like last year they got like each got a pair of like headphones, they got like some candy. I think they got socks. Like we just did like little stuff last year, but we're just not really feeling it this year. Honestly, like the tree is up, but it's not decorated. Christmas is weird in this house this year, so it's fine. Where turkey rule 34, folks. Yeah, it was potatoes and gravy. We were really confused. Like I was confused. Like I even said, like when we came back, I was like, where did the potatoes come from? Because she makes a comment about how they're like she has like potatoes, like she like squishes the potatoes like with her butt, and I was confused because she ends up on top of the table, and I was like, where did I don't understand what's happening. Oh my god. Okay,
I'm never gonna be able to eat mashed potatoes again.
I just didn't understand how we made it from the, you know what I mean? I was confused. Also, I'm sorry to any new people that are here for this version of 24 Hour Sprints, because this just started chaotic. Yeah, it got chaotic a bit earlier than it usually does. So, apologies for that. But also, if you're still here after we've just talked about Where Turkey, you might as well subscribe to me and all of my friends who are not linked down below, because again, I overslept. So I will be linking everyone at some point. Probably when this is over, if I'm going to be honest. I'll probably link everybody when we go over to Leandra's. Which, so here's what we could do. We could do a 15-minute sprint.
Yeah.
Because Leandra will start at 4. Because I do want to keep everybody. Obviously, this is going to be about like 30 minutes shorter than 24 hours, but I'm counting it. So
We can go to. We'll go to. We know we're gonna go to like 12:30 on my channel, anyways. We'll get it to 24 hours.
That's also true. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Where I've missed something. Oh, Margaret's face is a mood. Margaret is a mood. Here's the thing. Okay, so I came into BookTube just expecting no one to ever like me, which is that's not healthy. Okay, I've spoken to my therapist about that. But when I started BookTube, I really was doing it just so that I had a space to talk about books, you know?
Yeah.
And I wasn't just like annoying people in my life. And then okay, so like I met Bree, because I met Bree through like Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brittany knew Margaret before I did. And I would just like pop in to Margaret's like sprints occasionally, because Brittany would be like, oh, I'm doing sprints on Margaret's channel. That's how I figure out who Margaret was. But I was like, this chick thinks that I am the weirdest human being on the planet. Because I would pop in and I would just randomly say things. And for some reason, I mean, I still do this, but in the early days of booktubing, I was really bad at oversharing. So I would just type these really long messages, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to stop talking now. And Margaret is very strict sometimes with her sprints, right? So she'll be like, okay, it's time for a sprint. And then she'll be like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mute. Like, that's how Margaret runs her sprints, right? So I was like, this chick is going to hate me, right? And so when I started having friends on 24-hour sprints, Brittany was the one that was like, you should ask Margaret. She would probably do them. And I was like, Margaret doesn't want to be on my channel. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, Margaret is like productivity. Like, Margaret does productivity sprints. And I was like,
I have to exit this chat.
Because I was like, 24-hour sprints is not that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the time, I didn't know if Margaret watched my 24-hour sprints. Because I had a few people that opted out. I'm not going to name them because it's fine. Like, they're still my friends. But they opted out of doing 24-hour sprints because it was too chaotic for them. Like, they didn't want to do it, which is fine. Like, that's fair. Like, whatever. But I was like, Margaret's going to do this, and then she's never going to want to do it again. And then now Margaret's been here for 6 months, just, like, doing the Lord's work of the early morning sprints. So.
I am a pretty, flexible person. I did theater. I did improv. You know, you learn how to yes and with that. For me, it's more about I'm like this IRL. Like, what we're doing doesn't matter as much as like the fact that I'm hanging out with people that I like.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, she had an explosion.
So that is very, very funny though. But no, so part of why I am so like, let's go, is because I don't like having any like lulls and stuff. And so I start to get insecure if there's not a lot in my chat. And so I feel like, well, I can compensate for that by just being like, okay, let's be on point. I love that you say I'm very productive. I never get anything done on the other side of the sprint.
Right. So, but I was like, she doesn't not want to be on this. And Brittany was like, just ask her. And I was like, okay. So I was like, hi, do you want to do 24 hours? And Margaret was like, okay, sure. And I was like,
I mean,
she's going to come one time and be like, this chick talks so much. Absolutely.
No, I respect that. I mean, Brianna, Cal, and I did overnight, like a 12-hour, I think, for going into NaNoWriMo. Most chaotic thing that I've ever done, because Cal goes to bed at like 10 p.m. That is his bedtime.
Yeah.
He was so fucking loopy because we went all the way into the next morning, and he, like, by the end of he was not even coherent.
Oh, so he was like me before I started taking naps on 24-hour sprints. Because the thing is, when I first started doing them, when I first started doing them, I would do a 6-hour sprint in the middle of the night, and I would sleep. But then when I started having friends on, I would have like Crystal in the middle of the night. So I would make there were, if you go back on my channel, like to when I first started having friends on the channel, there were at least 2 or 3 24-hour sprints where I stayed up the entire 24 hours. Like, I did not go to sleep. I just stayed up the entire time. I would like get up and like walk around the house. I would have dance parties in the kitchen, like to keep myself awake. And so by the end, I would be so like overtired that I couldn't think. And one of those was when I was reading Teacher of the Year. And everything about that book was funny to me. And I reread it after. And like the descriptions that I was laughing at, like they were like talking about like the dad was describing like the way that the teacher looked like in his pants, which if you don't know, Teacher of the Year is a male like contemporary romance. Like it's cute, you know what I mean? But it's like between a teacher and like a kindergarten teacher and one of his students' dads is basically what it is. And the way that the dad was describing the way that the teacher like filled his pants out for some reason was hilarious to me at like 4:30 in the morning after I had no sleep. Like it was funny, and I was laughing about it on sprints, and I was like reading the descriptions to Brittany and Crystal, and I was like, I was like laughing so hard I was crying, and they're looking at me like, this is just how contemporary romance is written. So I waited like 48 hours and went back and like reread, because Brittany was like, do you remember being loopy about this? And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, because it was funny. And she was like, go reread it. And I reread it. It was not that funny. Like it's literally just what you write in a contemporary romance novel. So like, I don't know what exactly I found funny about that. But that was when I realized, I was like, from now on, I have to take a nap at some point during 24-hour sprints, because otherwise I am a crazy person.
Yeah, I can't remember though whether we tried to do 24 hours or if we just tried to do like from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. But we were all through the night until 8 a.m. At which point Cal was like, "Good night, goodbye." Cal was falling asleep.
ML, I'm sure that at some point you will bring chaos. You always do. It's fine. Thank you so much. Yes, hit the like if you want to. I'm not your mom, so I can't tell you what to do. If you're a fan of chaos, subscribe. Absolutely. This is the most chaotic thing that happens on my channel. So you're welcome. Loving Evelyn Hugo. We love to hear it. Yeah, Bree, I'm sure Bree remembers this sprint. It was the stupidest sprint of my life, because like it wasn't funny. I mean, it was like, it was funny in like the like kicking your legs kind of way, like you do when you read.
I mean, I also think that like a lot of the time that has it has to do with the context that you know, and like how much you love the couple, because like there's stuff that will be objectively not funny in some of the romance books that I'll read or the fantasy, but because like I know things, like I'm dying laughing because I'm like, I know what's gonna happen, and you sir have no idea, and this is hilarious.
Right. It was definitely like one of those things where like you would make like a reel that was like, you read XYZ and you're kicking your legs and giggling like a little schoolgirl, but it was not like hilarious. It was not like, I shouldn't have been laughing about it as hard as I was. And like, I definitely went back and watched that small segment, and I was like, everyone in the comments probably thought I was a nutcase, because because Crystal and Brittany were looking at me like this.
I have been accused of being high 3 times in my life.
It's
had never been high. Once was in the car on the way back from the Taylor Swift concert because I couldn't string a fucking sentence together. However, the people with me knew that I had not imbibed any substances. Like, they'd had alcohol and I had not. I just, like, I get really goofy loopy when I'm tired. Once was when I used to work at Chick-fil-A, and I'd be like, well, actually, that actually would happen on a regular basis. Because I was so happy and chipper at 6 a.m. in the morning. I'd be like, well, I've been up for an hour and it's my job to be this happy. The third time was during the first Percy Jackson movie, because I was just like giggling over the dumbest, smallest shit, because it was funny to me, because I was like, oh my God, this is hilarious because we've got like Sean Bean in a movie and he's not going to die. And like, oh, that's such a Percy thing. No, you were not. You did not even know I existed for the majority of them.
Brittany's laughing because she was on that sprint. Like, it was her and Crystal were on that sprint with me laughing.
I just, when I'm having a good time and I'm very entertained, I get a little giggly. And I did, and the guy was like, I want some of whatever you're having. And I was like, bro, shut, like, I'm not on anything. He's like, oh, and then he finally like yelled at me to shut up, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm enjoying my movie, go away. But yeah, it was sad because I brought some home-baked cookies to share with me and my roommate. And because he said something, I was like, well, I don't want to pull these out to snack on them. So.
Right, because then he's going to be like, oh, you're high because you got the munchies.
Yep, you definitely, I bet there's pot in those cookies.
Right.
And this was at the time that like the pot brownie was a staple. Like the I accidentally ate pot brownies was a staple of fan fiction.
Right.
And internet jokes.
Right. Here's the thing, okay? I thought that this was maybe a thing until I actually tried one. There's no way that you mistake a pot brownie for a regular one because you can taste the pot, bro. It tastes different.
I could see some people like with really weird taste palettes. Like if they're expecting something really weird, like you to do some experimental stuff with baking, I can see them being like, I wonder what they added to this brownie to make it taste this way. But like, yeah, I wouldn't. I don't
There's
know.
a distinct taste to a pot brownie, bro.
Yeah.
That you at least would be like, what did you put in this?
Yeah, exactly. I cannot eat brownies, so
sleep definitely makes me loopy, so there's that. Bree says bring on the chaos because Bree is the one doing 8 to midnight sprints. So we were gonna do another sprint, but now we're not going to because we have 10 minutes, 9 minutes until we're supposed to be on the Anders channel. So we're just, it's fine. It's good. It's great. It's fine. ML, you're funny. Oh, we already read this one. Definitely said you were high the night before the wedding too. She said.
I have no memory of this time. That's fine though, I'm sure. Because like I said, I get like I feed off of other people's energy. And so when I'm around people and having a good time, I get very exuberant and talkative and loud. Probably could yeah, because I do remember when I was in high school, there was definitely a time that oh my god, this is so meta. Have you guys ever heard of something called creative memories?
Creative memories.
Yeah, it was a scrapbooking company. So my mom used to
yes.
Oh,
sell
well,
that
then
stuff.
probably, yeah.
So, and she used to do like scrapbooking parties basically, and we would just go to churches and like everyone would have their table and we were at one of those crops and me and my friends were absolutely the goofiest people you ever met. I still have hold on. I might still have some of like I literally there she is.
Oh.
Wow.
I still have some of the stuff. This doesn't work. I don't know why it's here. It doesn't work. The ink's all dried out, but I still have some because they use the micron pins, which are actually really good. Like they're really good art pins.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom's had every if it's an MLM, my mother has probably tried to sell it. So we did Amway. Oh, anyways, but
it's fine. My mom did like Pampered Chef.
We didn't do that one.
She did Tupperware.
I only did Beachbody.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. The workouts are good.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
And like honestly, I never tried the Shakeology. I don't know if you did, Reni. I never drank Shakeology. But I did
overpriced.
But I liked it was overpriced, but I liked the way that the Energize and whatever the post workout is, I liked the way they tasted, so I didn't mind buying them.
I don't know. I like the Energize. I mean, I actually have them right now because I still get that every so often, or once a year when I renew my membership. But what was it? Everyone would always talk about how they get like I guess like a jolt of energy from that, and I was like, oh, I don't get what you're talking about. It's just because caffeine doesn't affect Reni.
So the Energize actually helps my ADHD.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's enough caffeine in it that it actually slows my brain down. So I was able to like do workouts and then do other stuff after the workouts. But like the workouts are good. I just don't want to sell them to people.
Oh, I'll always do the workouts because that's what helped me with postpartum both times. But
yeah, I have I still have like my yearly membership or whatever.
Yeah.
And I do the workouts and stuff. I just don't do the business part anymore because
I mean there are MLMs out there that have quality products. Like Creative Memories had good products. Like I said, they used art quality markers and stuff, archival quality. The issue with MLMs is that like a lot of the time they're overcharging, number one, and number two, they're very predatory.
Yeah, and their reps aren't making most reps aren't making a ton of money. So like
no, 90% of the reps are not making, like it's like a very small percentage are actually making a profit back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I personally, I didn't make any money doing Beachbody. So I was just like, screw it. I don't mind buying the workouts or whatever, but like.
I was I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mono V. I was a Mono V rep for a little while because we had friends, like it was really well known all of my health issues when I was a kid, and we had friends that gave us a bottle to see if it would help with my skin because it's supposed to be like this miracle cure-all drink, and it just so happened to really work with me. That's one of the things that helped my skin clear up, and so I became a rep specifically so I could order my one bottle a month. It was
On a
disgusting
discount.
to be on the discount. Yeah, that was why I didn't sell anything. It was just the one bottle a month, and it's sad because it really did help my skin out. I drank it all through college.
Yeah.
We switched over to something called Juice later, which was about the same thing, but it was a lot cheaper. But that's one of those things that gets into wellness culture and how problematic that is, and how much wellness culture is kind of treated as a panacea when it's actually what works for you. Because for me, it was finding the Monavie, and then another big one is black soap. I started using that, and the difference in my skin within just a few weeks. And I know people who do bodywork stuff that they're like, oh, we would never do black soap because I think there is a risk that it can become lye if you do it incorrectly. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, this company that I've been using, I've never had an issue with it, and it is one of the few soaps that didn't burn. Like everything burned on my skin. That's how bad my eczema was. So,
well, that's like so I had a friend that did Pure Romance for a while, and I would buy stuff from her because they have like I don't know what it is called. I always use it as chapstick, but technically you can use it. I mean, it's Pure Romance, so you can use it on other parts of your body.
Other parts? Okay.
But it's like a tingle sensation. But it's like it's like the size of like a glue stick.
Mm-hmm.
But you can use it as like chapstick, or you can like put it, on your wherever. I mean, not like inside of you or anything, but like you can put it like on like the insides of your thighs and stuff like that, because it does have like a tingly.
Oh yeah, the tingly thing you don't want on any mucous membranes for sure.
Yeah,
but it other places.
But I bought that shit up because I used it as chapstick, and it was like the best chapstick alternative that I had ever had. So like occasionally I will find one of my friends from my town that still sells Pure Romance, and I'll be like, can I buy 2 sticks of this shit that's not I mean, it's not technically chapstick, but it works that way, so whatever. Pot brownies taste terrible. I agree with you. They do the job, you know what I mean, but they're not very good. Yeah. The scrapbooking MLM. Illegally downloaded some of the Beachbody workouts. That's fair. I mean, I will say, like, everything through Beachbody is overpriced. Like, I can agree with that, but the workouts are good. Still awake. Hello, Meredith. So guess I'm hanging out here now. Well, we love to have you. We're about to switch over to Leandra's channel because she will be starting in 2 minutes. So thank you everyone for hanging out over here. The 24 hours will commence over on Leandra's channel. Thanks for holding it down, Reni and Margaret, when I was 40 minutes late this morning. It's fine.
It happens.
It was bound to happen at some point. Here's the link to Leandra's sprints. Thank you, Brittany, doing the Lord's work, because clearly I'm not prepared. So we're gonna jump over there, and yeah, thank you. What is happening? Okay, all right, my computer is being stupid. Okay, so let's all say goodbye. Aw, Louise.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.